Good afternoon. For those of you who have not had a chance to meet me yet, my name is Lisa Chapman. I'm the Executive Director here at the Lillington Area Chamber of Commerce. I wanted to take a moment today to speak to you guys about this unprecedented time in our community. It has been quite a while that we were under stay-at-home orders, but luckily Phase 1 has now opened, and hopefully by now most of you have received your funding that you've applied for, started to hear about any grants that you put in applications for, have received unemployment if it was due to you, etc. Hopefully I have had a chance to speak with you personally and you've reached out to the Lillington Area Chamber of Commerce. We have taken a great deal of time to contact our businesses one-on-one, reach out to them and have independent meetings with personal development sessions to try to get them through the COVID-19 crisis. We have done things like set up Facebook accounts and social media presence where it didn't exist before. For those who have social media already in place, we help them broaden their reach into the community so that they would have a bit more foot traffic during a time when it was reduced. We've figured out ways to sell when stores were closed by going to an online option and teaching folks how to do that, finding merchandise that didn't exist or they didn't think of at the time to sell. We've created job opportunity boards throughout the county for folks who need jobs and have been laid off during this time. We have just done a ton with our businesses independently. So I figured out creative ways to market. That was fun. But anyway, if we have not had a chance to speak with you independently and personally for your business, please reach out to us. We want to talk to you. If we haven't yet, it's not because you're not important to us. It's not because we didn't care. It's because we have had so many businesses, as you can imagine, within Harnett County that we've been speaking to personally. But you are important to us, and we want to talk to all of you. So my personal number is listed on our website. Feel free to call me on my cell personally or here at the office at the Lillington Chamber. But the good news is we're now in Phase 2 at the time of this airing. We're going to be back in full swing for the most part. Most businesses do fall into the category of Phase 2. Even our restaurants and our hair facilities, our beauty salons are starting to open back up. That means that we're going to have busy streets again. Our restaurants and our shops are going to be full. The Chamber's going to have lots of very cool events back up and going, and a lot of our great promotions and new things that we wanted to do for our businesses that we had planned to launch prior to COVID-19 will be happening, so look for those. But it isn't going to happen instantly. We're not going to bounce back as a community, and our businesses are not going to just boom immediately back into place. So some things we want you to be conscious of are things like, don't jump in with both feet immediately. Tiptoe back into business. Don't buy inventory as though you're back in peak season. Use the inventory that you already had, or kind of gauge how much you're going to need so that you're not getting into a hole again. Continue to apply for COVID-19 resources that are still out there. They're going to only be here for a limited amount of time, so don't start looking. Most importantly, don't stop what we've done during this time. Don't stop the brainstorming. Don't stop the thinking outside of the box and all the great things that we've done regarding, the Facebook marketing, as I said, or the merchandising. Don't let those fall away. Don't think of them as something you had to do during this time, but think of them as a really great new revenue stream that you can continue and add to your regular source of income. Something that you can pull from, again, if anything like this should, God forbid, ever happen. Or if not, as I say, it's just an additional source of revenue. So don't stop those efforts. Don't stop fighting for your business like you had to during this time. And how we come out of this as a community is really going to define us historically for Harnett County, for Lillington. How we are together as a community coming out of this and what we do after this crisis is going to define who we really are as a community. What I hope for us is that we continue those great efforts I mentioned earlier. We continue to support local businesses. I hope that we don't forget what it was like to have that fear of empty main streets and empty lots and unemployment, vagrancy. I hope we don't forget that that affects us personally. It had a threat of affecting our personal property values, of affecting our family safety if those things would have happened. That every life really touches another. And the way that we've reached out to our brothers and sisters in the community and really focused on buying local, I hope that that continues. And we really try to stay at home and think of the people down the street. Suggest price differences. Suggest things that you see other places. They may be happy to compete, but have in mind to support them and continue that. I hope that our value that we have on people stays. I hope that we realize who is important. Our food folks, our grocery store workers, our truckers, obviously our police officers and our healthcare workers, our teachers. I hope you guys appreciate those teachers after having those children for as long as you have. But I hope we really value who is important in our community. I guess I just hope that the unity that we had as a community and that I saw during this time, I hope that that endures. And I hope you know that the Lillington Chamber's commitment to our businesses and how we have behaved during the COVID-19 crisis, that will endure. We will always be that for you. We will always be here for solutions in good times and in bad times, for new suggestions and new ways of doing things, and any resources that you may need. So please reach out if you haven't already, as I say, and thank you.